Welcome to the Miracle Mama Show. My name is Ashley Sabali. I'm the founder of Miracle Mamas, which is an organization that aims to raise the bar on maternal health one step at a time. So in today's episode of the Miracle Mama Show, I'm going to shine some light, positive light, on the state of Massachusetts. And I practice saying that state name probably like 10 times. I'm used to reading it. I'm not used to saying it. So I apologize if I butchered it a little bit. But, getting to the nitty-gritty here. So, in the state of Massachusetts, Governor Maura Healy signed into law in August of 2024, and I'm filming this in October of 2024, an act that's really going to uplift and empower moms and families in Massachusetts. So the act is called an act promoting access to midwifery care and out-of-hospital birth options. That is a mouthful, but I appreciate that it summarizes exactly what it's going to be. So it's a comprehensive, really jam-packed maternal health bill that's really going to help families. And as I was reading through it, I'm like, oh, wow, there is so much really good information, and really great efforts are going to be underway because this piece of legislation is very important. So it's important to also, so under this legislation, it's going to be really many things all jam-packed into one. So first, it's going to really focus on expanding midwifery coverage to include certified professional midwives, also known as CPMs, birth centers, doulas, and screening and treatments for postpartum depression. So it's really important to note that the Mass Health in Massachusetts Medicaid and CHIP program, that is going to require coverage of doula services for pregnant moms up to 12 months postpartum. So after a mom gives birth, that first year of life for that baby coverage, they're going to get that support from a doula. I have never had a doula before. I didn't even hear of what a doula is until much later, after I had already given birth to my kids. I didn't really understand the importance. So if you're wondering, what is a midwife? What is a doula? I have a really great interview. I'll put the links below. It is an incredible interview with a U.S. veteran who is also a mom to multiple children. She's a registered nurse. She's been a doula, and she's studying to be a midwife, and she really breaks each of these professions down and how each of these professions can benefit a mom in different ways. So I really encourage you after this video to jump over there in that interview. It's incredible, and I learned a lot, and I wish I would have learned this. I wish I would have known this information earlier on in my own maternal health journey. But getting back to it, so in this bill, it's going to require coverage for Mass Health members who are new parents and who have suffered from a prenatal loss, the loss of a baby. So I really appreciate that there's support there for parents who do experience a loss. This act is also going to establish a new grant program for nonprofits and community-based health centers to address mental health conditions, behavioral health conditions, or substance use disorders for prenatal mothers. So a significant part of this piece of legislation is going to focus on the establishment of the Board of Registration and Midwifery within the Department of Public Health. So this board is really going to create the framework for certified professional midwives, which are also known as CPMs, to obtain their state licensure, which I think is fantastic. It's going to really promote more men and women to pursue this career path if they so want to. So I think that's fantastic, not only for moms and families, but also for individuals who want to pursue that career path as well. So that's really fantastic. This legislation is also going to honor and center a mother's rights to choose how and where to give birth. So if a mother decides not to give birth in a hospital setting, she wants to give birth in a freestanding birth center, that the Massachusetts Department of Health is going to provide support there. They're going to regulate freestanding birth centers, And lawmakers are really encouraging the establishment of more freestanding birth centers with the support of other local birth advocacy and organizations. So if you don't know what a freestanding birth center is, it is a healthcare facility that provides low-risk pregnancy, birth, and postpartum care in a home-like setting. So if you know that you're going to be a higher risk, you know you're most likely going to get that cesarean section, that C-section, then most likely a hospital setting is going to be for you. But you would need to talk with your OBGYN, your midwife, to determine what the best option is going to be for you. So, and there's also going to be a new program created because of this legislation that's going to provide universal postpartum home visiting services and mandate insurance coverage of these services. I think that is nothing short of wonderful, because after you give birth as a mom, 2 to 3 days later, unless you have a baby in the NICU, you're handing your baby and you're like, okay, you can go now. So I'm like, oh my goodness. Some hospitals, some states do require you to watch some videos, maybe do some training. But for me, I was just handing my babies and they said, you're good to go. And I would make sure I made my 6-week postpartum checkup with my OBGYN, which I did for each of my children. And that was pretty much it. So I really, really appreciate that the state of Massachusetts is taking proactive measures to provide moms and families with that support postpartum. I think it's crucial. For my first 2, I had the postpartum baby blues, but I know there are a lot of moms out there who also experience postpartum depression, postpartum psychosis, and just dealing with just having a new baby or having a baby with little ones around. It's very overwhelming. So any support that moms can get within that first year of birth, I think is incredible. I think it's a step in the right direction. So great job to the state of Massachusetts, as well as Governor Maura Healy. And I really hope that more states continue to follow suit, because I think it's only going to take us again a step in the right direction for maternal health and raising the bar in the United States, which we really desperately need. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe so we can get these videos out to more moms and families out there. And please stay tuned for more great content on the Miracle Mama Show. Please feel free to leave a comment if you want to see different kind of videos, other suggestions. I would love to hear your thoughts. So thank you so much, and I will see you soon.